So, finally watched Furiosa last night, and some of the worries that I had with the trailers came true. And it was overall a good movie. It was a fun movie, but it's not something I'm gonna watch again. It was very uneven. I think the biggest flaw of it is the story, because it had the same kind of a problem that I felt with Black Widow, is that you know where the character is gonna end up. We know Furiosa in Max Fury Road, where that story goes, what happens to her, what she does, and all. We know that idea, the whole story, and all. So this backstory, it really had to rely on like keeping a surprise with the story itself, and the story itself was okay. Okay, and on top of it, I was also wanting some surprisingly inventive action. Now, Fury Road's action, if you watched it, it didn't look CGI, it didn't look green screen, even though there were effects involved in it a lot, but the action itself felt real, felt dangerous. There's some kind of a danger involved. You can tell lives were at stake, things were happening. You felt the action. It was just over the top, but it was real, and the stunts looked real. The cars and everything looked real, even though they were after effects, but they were done beautifully, right? They were the effects in it to enhance the experience. It was not used as a CGI like a Marvel CGI, where it's like the whole thing is CGI. It was like just to enhance everything that was already on screen, like real, real stuff. Problem here is though the action. It is CGI to the max, and that's fine if it looks real. But a lot of times it looks CGI. I mean, basic stuff. Sometimes like basic stuff like ragdoll physics. A human would like jump and be like, that person running or that person jumping, that person moving. It's all CGI. And the cars, like there are times you can tell like how much of the green screen will resolve. There's like the tires on the car are like either CGI or the sand is CGI, and they're not even like connecting together, right? You can tell like it's just skating through, like it's just hovering over it, and then the after effects were added to like make it look like it's actually touching the ground. Like the tires themselves even know, like, and then you have this jonky feeling where it's like when it's switching screens, like the CGI would like just not able to like comprehend or like whatsoever, and you would see the wonkiness of everything and unnatural movements in either the cars or the humans moving, or the like a turn of a car is like CGI to the max, and it's like green screen. It's jarring, and what happens is that it takes away the danger of the action. Like you're supposed to feel that these people are in like positions with like, okay, like straight up horrific stuff, danger happening around them, and you're supposed to worry about the lives and of everything happening, which you did with Fury Road. It was like it was so on the edge that by the end of it you felt like that was too much, right? That story, the wasteland, the whole aspect of the story, what they set up, you felt it. It felt that danger, that just hopelessness of everything that was going on. Here, though, they're trying to imitate that, but they do not get to that point because the action is one, not inventive, and it's heavily like green screen and CGI. Anna Taylor, Anna Taylor actually was okay too. Like she was good at best. She didn't have that much dialogue like towards the like literally towards the end, and a lot of the Taylor trailers actually did spoil a lot of the moments. I'm gonna say that. Just gonna leave that there. And she was good. The best thing about this movie was Chris Hemsworth. I think that's where I was like, every time he was on screen, I was like, this is amazing. And this is the kind of stuff I think he's also mentioned with like Thor. It went like the humorous way. It's like, okay, they just took the character of Thor and now it's just jokes and all. This is what he was talking about, Chris Hemsworth, that he wants something meaty, is like to take the character, and even though there's humor involved, there's this narcissistic, like this villain-like behavior that you can tell like he's into this character. He's not Chris Hemsworth. He's that character. And that felt like. that in this. It's like, wow, he was absolutely amazing. Like every time he's on screen, you're amazed by what he's doing, and then every time he's not, you're waiting him for him to come out. It's like that how much goodness he brought to it. He was absolutely amazing. The story again was good. It was a revenge story. It passed by way too quick. It felt like it should have been a season. So this movie is actually split up into like chapters, 5 or 6 chapters, like chapter one, then chapter two, and chapter three. And a lot of it is just follows through. It's like, oh, we got to do this. Now, this is this. Now, the Furiosa, the legend is this. And there's like literally a point in the movie when somebody's like, I'm Furiosa. And they're like, oh, okay. And it's like, okay, that legend has been born and, it's Furiosa. But the way the movie passes through time, you're never able to grasp why they became, why she is that Furiosa, the legend, or the characters that she became in Fury Road. And it all connects at the end. Like literally, this movie ends where the other one kind of started. But it's like the way the whole thing went, it was just there was just jankiness into it. It's just they wanted to get through the chapters really quick instead of going through a story and take a time to like build that character. And there was also like plot holes. There are times where something would happen and this character is involved in this, and then all of a sudden they forget about that thing and they move on like that thing never happened. There's literally a part where Furiosa is actually trying to hide away from this one other character, and she's trying to be a boy now. But what happens is like she was brought in and she's a special kid without spoiling anything. It's like when she's pretending to ran away, like nobody looked for her. Like there's so many of these things where it's like time flies away and it feels like there's literally aspects of the story are missing. They like because of the chapter, it should have been a series. You can tell like by the end there's so many things they just missed or didn't include, or there's like a director's cut or something that like a 4 hours director's cut where they have all these aspects of the story involved where it probably will be a better movie. But right now, it just felt like they were just going through steps just to kind of attach this movie to Fury Road by the end of it. So that it's like, oh, this is where that started. So this is how they, came to that point. So all in all, it was a good movie. Something I'm not going to watch again or buy on Blu-ray. Fury Road, I bought it on Blu-ray and I've watched it like many, many times because it's actually an amazing movie. This one, even in like the Mad Max movies, I would rate it like probably the lowest. I think it's in the lowest in ratings. It was good, but it's definitely not George Miller's like best work or even close to his like good work. It's just there. You watch it, it's good on IMAX, a lot of CGI, so it'll be like yeah, you'll definitely feel it. You won't feel the danger, and then you'll come out of it probably forget it. That's kind of my take on this one. If you have watched it, leave a comment below, let me know. And if you're planning to watch it, what are you excited for? Leave a comment below, let me know. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. I'll see you all soon. Until then, ta-da. Take care.